Hey there, Leo, Sun, Leo, Moon, Leo, Rising. Welcome to your reading for November 28th through December 4th. The Sun is hanging out in a fellow fire sign that should be helping you to feel a little lighter and brighter. The energy this week is pretty good. But for you, you're being asked to find the balance, and the balance is going to come through trusting your intuition and taking a higher vantage point, a higher perspective of things. There's this energy around really seeing clearly what it is that you want and how to go about bringing your life into balance. It will allow you to let go of. There's been some. Oh, okay. There's been some very difficult. There's been some very difficult energy around competition for what brings joy in your life. I feel like you feel like you thought you had it, and it felt as though there's a lot of arguing, either within yourself or with somebody else. And there is a chance here to sort through that this week, to find the joy and to find the happiness. So if you have been feeling stuck, first off, Leo, you're turning a corner. You are definitely turning a corner. It feels as though you're coming back to life after a very difficult period. So the 5 of air came out, but it came out with the 10 of water. And so I feel like there's been a verbal discourse that has disrupted your sense of peace. So this could have been, this is the energy I think that you're healing from. It feels like you're in the process of healing. And so it could be petty arguments with people at work. It could be with a significant other. It could be road rage, right? Because we're so stressed out, and it feels like the more that you're willing to let that go. But I think it's because of the frustration of feeling stuck in a situation and high anxiety. I think there's been a lot of anxiousness within you, and it may bubble up and it may spill out into your environment. And it's about figuring out how to sort through that. I feel very much like for most of you, for a large proportion of you, if you're really honest with yourself, you have either risen to the bait, or you have just been stressed out and lashed out at somebody without really stopping for a moment to catch your breath. I don't feel like you are attacking anyone. I feel like you are stressed out and you're anxious and things are out of balance, because you have this card that says for manifestation to bring things into balance. And so what it is that you really want, there needs to be the balance within you. And that comes from a change of perspective, seeing things from a higher vantage point. Really, this is the card of the eagle. And there's this eye that's in it, right? But there's the feathers, there's the higher energy. And how do you transform the situation? We have the King of Air. Again, he's like an eagle, and he's very high in the air with a higher perspective, but he's masked. And it's so like the perspective isn't just seeing others from a great vantage point, but it's seeing yourself from a greater vantage point. And sometimes we can get so caught up, entangled up in our own anxieties and worries and concerns that we can't find the balance. But if we can pull ourselves away from our own emotional energy, at that point we can take a look for a moment and say, oh, well, wait, I see what's going on. And then there's a need to tend to your own emotional energy. So I want you to look at it and see where the healing needs to take place. Where are you not doing what will bring you joy and happiness? So for instance, let's just say you are feeling like cabin fever, like, oh my gosh, there was just so many people and I just can't breathe. but you're like, I don't really have the money to go on a big trip. You know, so maybe what you can do is you can take another way home and stop at a park you've never been and walk through the park and explore that way. Because Leo likes to move the energy when you're a fire sign requires physical movement. And there's this need to be out in the open, to explore, to see new things, to feel new things, to experience new things, right? If you're stuck too much in one place, it really you become like a caged lion, and it is not comfortable for you. And there's this pacing energy that I'm feeling, like I'm stuck here, I'm stuck here, I'm stuck here, and I just need to be free. And how can you let yourself out of your own cage? Because I feel in a lot of ways, some of this is a self-imposed situation. Like you have the ability to set yourself free. It's just that you're wondering, what is the price of freedom? Wow. Okay. What is the price of freedom? All right. So, you're being reminded that you have all the tools at your disposal, if in case you've forgotten that. So we have the Magician here in the area of where it is that you're trying to gather information. And so I feel like you're trying to figure out, what are my options? What are the things I can do? If I do this, then that. And that is what I think is creating this sense of anxiety, this 9 of air that's in the area of what you're struggling against. There's this lot of this anxiety that's coming in, but you're having the ability here to, if you can take a higher perspective, remember, to pull your energy back and take a look at it and say, okay, wait, I have this skill, I have this resource, I have these friends, I have this connection over there. So whether it is a relationship or a living situation or a career situation or whatever it is that's causing you to feel all pent up and struggling, it could simply be that you have a lot of small kids at home and you just want to breathe. And can somebody, can you arrange for, maybe a high schooler to come after school once a week and hang out with the kids so that you can go get your nails done? And in that moment, that 2 or 3 hours that is just yours, you can find a way to have the freedom to live your life the way you need to feel more in balance. So there feels like there's a practical solution to the situation, but first you have to figure out what would make you feel happy. Because the key to the situation in the heart space, we have the 9 of water. And the 9 of water says, what would make you happy? What is that thing that would bring you joy? And there is a need to identify what that is. And then the action step to take is the 2 of waters. It's to take action toward this thing that would make you feel joyful. And so things have definitely been out of balance when we have the Justice card in the heart space as the area where your energy is being drained, and you've got this 9 of air, this too many thoughts about something, this feeling, anxiety, and things are out of balance. 2 of water is emotional balance. It's bringing things back into balance. This card here is about finding the balance in order to manifest. The Magician is about manifesting. This is a card of higher perspective, as is this. And so there is a need for you to really take a look at everything that's on the table. And what is it that would bring my life back into some kind of a balance? What do I need to do? How do I take care of me? You have a couple of 7s coming up here. And 7s, it's really interesting because 7, that's actually the energy of next year, right? 2023, 2 plus 2 plus 3 is 7. And so the whole year is going to be that. And you're kind of getting a taste, to jump forward into that energy with this. It's the standing in our truth. It's the assessing of what works and what doesn't work. It's the creative problem solving. And it's making choices that bring joy and happiness. And so here you are with the Seven of Earth in the area of resources. It's assessing a situation. What is financially supporting you and what isn't? So some of you may find that this week, this week has really nice energy, and so it's probably a really good time to do this, is to sit down and look with a very clear head at what do you want to do? Like, say you want to take a trip next year. Okay, what are my resources? How can I manage that? Where's the money going to come from? I don't want you to tell yourself no. I want you to tell Spirit, this is what I really want. And now I'm going to start figuring out how to do it. And I am open to your assistance in helping me figure it out. Right? So whatever the thing is that you want to do that feels like you're trying to really manifest and bring something in here. Right? And so in the heart space, you have the Seven of Fire, the Seven of Wands. And this is defending your dream. Right? Because we have the unicorn there. This is defending your sovereignty, your right to have this dream, these goals, these pie in the sky ideas. It is okay to have them, and it is okay to work toward them. It isn't about just having them and worrying about whether or not they're going to happen. No, bring yourself into emotional balance, because when you do that, then you anchor your energy into knowing that Spirit is going to carry you forward. There is that ship of dreams being carried forward on a hot air balloon. The hot air balloon is lit up. It's the thing that fuels the air balloon is your passion, your desire, your joy, your happiness. And so, yes, whatever that dream is, whether it is a new career, a new place to live, a trip, or just can I get a little time to myself? Whatever it is, I want a night out with the girls every week. Can I work that out? You know, I need some time to do this, that. It's something that for you brings personal happiness. And you have two cards of success that are showing up. I really think you figure it out this week, but it is about bringing yourself back into balance and understanding your emotional balance. You've got to let the anxieties go, and one of the great ways to do it is getting on a routine that allows you to have good sleep. So you turn off the computer and the TV, the blue lights, right? You get off the phone at least an hour before you go to bed. Maybe sitting and relaxing in a bathtub brings it down. Or you take a candlelit shower if you don't have a bathtub. You turn on the low lights. So you can get like a yellow bulb, right? And maybe you read yourself to sleep a little bit. You bring the energy down. One thing I have is really this cool thing. It's an alarm clock that in the morning it comes up like the sun coming up, and then after, like, I have it set for 30 minutes, then the birds start singing and I know it's time to get up. But at night it has another feature where I can set it to, it's like the crackling of a fire with, like, it's campfire though, because you hear the little crickets going, and the light slowly dims down, and in half an hour it goes out. But I think once I've been awake when it went out and reset it. Usually I'm out. It brings my energy down. So orange, red lights at night, low below your eye line. Okay, if it's above your eye line, that wakes you up. Okay, so low and quiet and meditative, and get yourself into a good place where you're getting good sleep. If you're on a routine where you go to bed at the same time, you get up at the same time, it really helps to clear out some of that energy and allows you to really awaken to be able to function. It is a need to raise our energy level right now. You have a lot of creative energy that's rising in you right now. So we have this panther here, the Black Panther. It says success. But you can see it's like the sun is coming up over the mountains. And so it's like he's had a successful night. So he's hunted well. And I feel like, you know, it is in the dream space, where in the heart space, where you really figure out what you want, and then you have anchoring into the success. So you're going to anchor in through this passion. That's what's going to lead you forward. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, when that moon is in Aquarius, because I know a lot of you watch this on Sunday, that moon in Aquarius is really inviting you into this king of air energy, of really focusing on, maybe through meditation, maybe through journaling, whatever it is, that it's like working out the problem. I have worked out problems before by thinking about them, going to sleep and waking up, and either having an idea right when I wake up, or sometimes actually dreaming of, here's something you could try. And so using that space where you're really connected in, because you're free from the daily stuff. And so that few minutes before you fall asleep, that few minutes before you wake up, the veil is super thin for you right there. And of course, while you're sleeping. So then when the moon moves into Pisces, Wednesday, Thursday energy there, you have, again, you guys are really being asked to allow yourself to get really fired up, right? Look at those colors. And so here we have the tiger's eye and the smoky quartz. The root chakra. Strength comes from your connection to the root of your being. You have everything you need. The root chakra, though, is creating safety and security and feeling very stable. And so, again, I think there's this need to put some stuff on paper, see what is available to you, and make a plan. Like, physically actually make a plan so that you're not worrying about it. You have a goal in mind, and you can start moving toward the success of it, right? And then you have passion. Turn your fear of change into excitement for change. So, fixed energy. I was like, wait, what? Sorry, I had to think about that for a second. Then they said, you're a fixed sign. Okay, so you need a new routine. Something needs to be different. It's refreshing, is what they're saying. So, you create the change. Change may have created around you, and you're like trying to hold on to the things that as they were, and now you need a new routine. And so establishing a routine in a way is helpful, but it needs to be of your design, of your creation, of something that makes you feel excited about the future. I really feel like there's a need to create a plan, and then I think that's when your passion becomes more exciting, because you're like, I'm working towards something, I can see it, I have a goal. So, it literally for you, it could be planning a trip, or I don't know, there's something, it feels like I need to plan this out so that I have the space for myself, whatever that means. For some of you, you may be feeling stuck in the job situation, and so you're creating a way to climb the ladder. Maybe you need to sharpen a skill, take a little online course that's over a weekend or something like that. It doesn't feel big, it feels manageable, and it feels like it fires you up again. It ignites your when we take charge and we do something for ourselves, and we're not a victim anymore because we're taking action. It feels like something that you really want to take action on. And then Friday and Saturday, when that moon is in Aries, that fellow fiery energy that you have the artichoke dragon of Gardan, and the dragon fruit dragon that says defense. And we have the 7 of fire. And so whatever your dream, your goal, your plan is, I think you need to keep it to yourself right now. Be selective about who you let in on it. Of course, you're going to have to probably let somebody in order to, to pull all the pieces together. But this week, guard your dream, protect your dream, stand by your dream, defend your goals. They're yours. And you can absolutely manifest them. Don't let somebody talk you out of your dreams. And don't worry that they're not going to happen. You have cards of success showing up here. I think when they say anchor into the energy of success, I think that the more you visualize it, so maybe you need to make a vision board or something. The more you visualize it and really feel what it would feel like to be successful there, the key in the in the heart space, being that emotional energy of joy and having a wish granted, feel what it would feel like. Like really put yourself in that energy for a few minutes every day where you just see it, feel it, taste it. If you're planning a tropical vacation, see yourself looking great, walking down the beach, sun on your face, just feeling fabulous for just a moment every day. I don't think, we're not meant to know the way forward. Remember, Spirit's carrying you forward. So you don't have to have the whole plan laid out, details. You do need to say, I'm making this change now, and then I'll see what happens next, right? So the change could be something as much as your attitude. You're changing and adjusting that by, instead of worrying, I'm going to imagine what it feels like, and I'm going to feel that every day. That is an action step that has a lot of power to it, right? So you have here the hidden realms open. I think where you've been feeling blocked, I think you see a solution. And it definitely comes from paying attention to the details. And you have the iris of maintain hope. And see that purple? That purple? This is third eye information. This is connecting in with spirit. Maintain the hope. That is the best way to combat. Nine of Swords. So there's an emotional balance energy that needs to come in here, and there's a belief in the dream, and there's a need to defend the dream, I think almost even to yourself, to know that you're worthy of that dream, of that goal. Like, you deserve that. Know that. So that's part of bringing this emotional balance in. The Two of Cups is a lot of times it's about aligning with our passion and our purpose. It isn't always about another person. And I don't see any other cards here that really talk about being in a relationship with someone else. I feel like this is an emotional balance within yourself and your passion and your goal and your dream. So really taking this week to get to know what that is. And I really want to say anchoring into the hope and the knowledge that Spirit is going to carry you forward toward it. That would be the biggest and the strongest action step. So I am going to do a collective reading. It's at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time Zone in the U.S. every week. I haven't recorded this week's yet, so I'm dying to see what we're going to talk about. So that's at 7:30. There is a live chat on that. It's a premiere video. And so join me live in the chat by hitting the live chat button if you're watching on your phone. And I'm on Facebook every day if you'd like to come over and join in there. I'm going to, I pull cards for each day, and we talk about the energy of the day, more on the astrology there. So you guys take really great care. I'd love to see you at both of these things that I do every week. And most importantly this week, though, success is on the table. You're just being asked to feel it, to feel the success. All right, you guys take good care. I'll talk to you soon.